Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I have a super fun 3D project for you guys holding 6 Ferrero Rocher chocolates. So we are using some of the products out of the Occasions catalog. I am using the Bubbles and Fizz Designer Series paper, which is an item in our celebration flyer currently that you can earn with a qualifying purchase. We are also using the Bottles and Bubbles Framelits to cut out our bottles. So I'm going to show you today how to create this little cute holder. You can come up with lots of different things to put in here, but I thought this was a super great project. I saw this at a recent leadership event I was at. Someone had shared it, and I thought I would share it with all of you. So I did not, create this on my own, but I do thank them for sharing this project with me so that I can share it with you. So let's go ahead and get started. For our base, we have 2 pieces of lemon lime twist. This piece, which is going to be the bottom of our box, is 6 7/8 by 5.5. We're going to do some scoring on that. And then I have another piece here that is 4 inches by 11. Okay, so let me bring in my Stampin' trimmer, and we will go ahead and do some of our scoring. Why don't we start with our long piece? Okay. So on the handle, this is the 4 by 11 inch piece, we are going to score at 1 1/4. I thought this was super cute, and I'm always looking for little things to hold stuff, and I thought I'm gonna definitely share this with you guys. So 1 1/4, we're gonna score at 5.5. And then 9 3/4. Let me just line myself up there. Very good. Okay, now we can go ahead and bring in our base piece. So we are going to score at 1 3/8. Okay, so 1 3/8, let's see, is between, there we go, right there. So 1 3/8 and 5.5. Okay, then we are going to turn it, and we're going to do 1 3/8 and 4 1/8. Okay, all right, and then we are going to go ahead and burnish these. Our bone folder. Super easy project to do. I just love it. Okay, let me bring in our handle, or insert rather. And then I'm going to fold these back. Okay, because these are going to, this is basically going to sit in your box standing up this way. Okay. So let me get my snips here. We are going to cut up and then just cut off a little sliver just to make it a little easier to fold. Okay, I'm going to do that here as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and add some Fast Fuse to our tabs. I love using Fast Fuse because it's stronger than the snail adhesive. Some people will use their tear and tape here. You could do that as well if you want. Okay, whoops. Alright, so let's just fold these up. And there is our box. Isn't that cute? And then this is going to sit in here like this. Let's go ahead and talk about some of our designer series paper that we are going to use to decorate our box. So you're going to want 2 pieces of whatever designer paper you want. I'm using the Bubbles and Fizz from Celebration. This piece is 3 7/8 by 1 1/8. And then I have 2 more pieces that are 2 1/2 by 1 1/8. Okay, so we can go ahead now and just put these onto our box. These will be our sides. I almost did this box in the Bermuda Bay. I love that color as well. But you could take any color out of your designer series paper. Okay. All right, let's get this one down. Okay. All right, so for our insert, I'm going to go ahead and just add some fast fuse to this as well. That's just going to hold that center spot together. Okay. We're going to go ahead and add our fast fuse to both of these. Like I said, we're going to stick this down. Whoops, pulled that, stuck to my finger. Okay, and then it won't go from edge to edge. You'll have a little bit of a space, so just be cautious when you're laying it. Make sure you've got it centered before you set that fast fuse down. Okay, now I'll put my hands in there, give that a nice little press. All right, and then you can see already, let me grab my little handies. It will fit them perfectly on both sides. Isn't that cool? All right, so for the bottles, what was so nice about the designer series paper, the Bubbles and Fizz, is that some of the paper in there coordinates with the dies. Okay, the dies, the Bubbles and Bottles Framelits. So there's 2 bottles inside your Framelits. Okay, you have a larger one and a smaller one. I'm using the larger one for all 3 of my bottles on here. These are all 3 large big bottles. Okay, so I've trimmed out a couple of the larger bottles. You can see this one is one of the smaller ones. So I'm going to cut these 3 out with my Big Shot. So let me grab that. And because I'm using an older plate, I'm just going to grab a piece of washi here. And I'm going to line up my Framelit. I love when we're able to use our Framelits with the designer series paper. That just kind of adds another value, you know? Alright, so you can see here I can just trim that back. There's one of my bottles. Now we can do our next bottle. And then the only other thing that I've already done that you can do with your Big Shot is there is a little bottle top die. And I have just cut 3 of those out in our silver foil paper. Okay, here is the little bottle top die. I just pre-done that. I didn't want to get those cut and not lose those. So I am going to pull my bottles in here. I'm going to grab my multi-purpose liquid glue. And I'm just going to add a little to each of the top of the bottles. And then we're going to put our top on. I just think that makes it look so real. gives it that real feel. All right. I think it would be cute to have a few of these too on a card, kind of just off, you know, and maybe on the floor or on the side of the card. There are our bottles. Super cute. I'm going to get my dimensionals and we are going to pop those up. Party one in the center. I think I'm liking that combo. All right, so let me start with the center one. I'm going to take my backing off my dimensional. Hold it and do it. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's go for our next one. All right, and then I'm just going to bring in a hole punch. You can use any of your punches that you have. I think I'm going to go in between. I'll go in between the bottles here. Do this however you'd like. Now I'm going to bring in some of the Celebration ribbon. There's some in here that is Bermuda Bay. This is the Celebration combo pack that has the Calypso Coral, some of the gray, as well as the Bermuda Bay. And I am just going to run this through. Make myself a cute little bow. I can adjust my ribbon later. Let me get that little extra piece out. And now we can go ahead and stick in our chocolates. And that will actually complete the project. I have just enough for 2 of these. Just like that. Isn't that fun? Now on my original you can see I actually cut the edges here. This is what it would look like without that done. If you like that look, just snip it. And what I did is I just took my little piece. You could do this with punches too. But just to get it even, I just used my piece from the other side and notched that right off. So there you go. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you do have any questions, please let me know. You can find a full supply list of the materials that you would need to create this project in the description of my video. And don't forget, it is Celebration, so with a $50 order in my online store, you can earn your Bubbles and Fizz Designer Series paper. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I look forward to being back with you real soon. Bye-bye.